A lot of people say they're with you and do things, but it's a difference when the rubber meets the road.
Yes. Amen.
Thank God for you all as well, because you all could have been doing other things also. Thank God for my family. I thank God for my awesome wife who continues to pushes me to where God has for me to go. The thing I can say about her, she's always been a support. There's been many times when she could have tore me down when I was down, but I can say that she never did. Because she had, and I believe that she never will. I just want to make sure I'm in line with what God is doing. The Lord has really shifted the atmosphere of the day. I knew He was going to do something special. I told the team beforehand that God was going to do something special, so He's even changed the message up a little bit as well. So I'm going to flow with what the Lord is doing today. I'm not going to be long at all because, again, the Lord has already done what He does.
Amen.
He's already done it. So what I really want to do, I really want to throw you a couple quick nuggets. I'm going to give you a couple scriptures and talk from those, and we're going to get out of here. Because I know you've already received what the Lord has said, that the blessings of the Lord, you've already received it. And if you didn't, you missed it.
Right.
Because He's done it. He's done it. I know I didn't got mine.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, God. Amen.
So over the last few weeks, we've been talking about don't quit, how you have to persevere through challenges, how you have to persevere through situations, through the shortcomings, through lack, through confusion, through strife, through all those things. A couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, it wasn't supposed to start out being a series, but it actually turned into one. And at week 1, we talked about you come too far to quit, and you're too close to give up. You come too far to quit, and you're too close to give up. That second week, we talked about again. We stayed in that vein. And we talked about 3 things about God. We said that God is dependable, predictable, and there's no variations with God.
Amen.
He's dependable, He's predictable, and there's no variations.
Yes, God. Amen.
I work in the healthcare field, and like all medications have side effects. Every medication on the market has a side effect, meaning that it was created for this, but it can have other possible outcomes.
Yes.
It can have other possible outcomes. But with God, there's no other outcome. If He said this is what it's going to do, this is what it's going to do. If He said this is what it's going to produce,
yes, God.
This is what it's going to produce.
Yes.
So He's dependable, He's predictable, and there's no variations.
Yes.
If His word said this, you best to believe it's going to do this. If He called you a millionaire, it doesn't matter if you got $0 in the bank right now. It may be negative. You're going to be a millionaire.
That's right. That's right.
As long as you walk out the journey that He has you on.
That's right.
If He told you that you were going to speak to millions, the kings and queens and people in high places,
yes.
As long as you walk it out, you're going to talk to kings, queens, and people in high places.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because He's dependable. He's predictable. And there's no variations with Him.
That's right. That's right.
Hebrews tells us that it's two things about He cannot lie. He cannot be separated from His word. So if He said it, then it's so. The next week, my wife came up, prophetess came up. She gave us an amazing message. She talked about being a game changer. And today we're going to stay in that vein as well. I told you I'm going to be quick today. And if I have to give this message a title, I would call it What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do. What to do when you don't know what to do. What to do when you don't know what to do. Because here's something I know that all of us have been in that place at one or more times.
Yes.
All of us have been in that place at one or more times.
Yes.
What to do when you don't know what to do. Here's a nugget, here's a tweet for you I want to give you right off the bat. There will always be disagreement between where you are and the promises of God.
Amen. That's good.
There will always be disagreement between where you are and the promises of God. Always. God promised Joseph, gave him dreams and visions, and said people are going to bow down to you, they're going to do all these things. But he was nowhere near that place. He was years from that place. You guys know the story. His brothers hated him. He go tells his dad the story, and they look at him like, who are you?
Yeah.
He tells his brothers the story, and they hated him from that day on. They threw him in a pit, sold him into slavery.
Right. Oh, yeah.
He was put in jail. He was lied on. All these things. It was years. See, you get it? Y'all tracking with me? God, here's the promise.
Yeah.
But he was way over here. Here's the promise. He was way over here. The promise was over here, and he was way over here.
Yes. Yes.
See, that's how God is. God will give you a promise. He'll even give you a vision of it. Then he brings you back to reality and says, now you got to walk it out.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Gives you a vision. Take you to the mountaintop. And bring you back down. And now you got to climb up the mountain. There will always be disagreement between where you are and the promises of God. Always. Real quickly, I got to give you a scripture real quickly. Jeremiah 33 and 3. Jeremiah 33 and 3. Jeremiah 33 and 3. I'm going to read it right quick. It says, call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. It says, call unto me, and I will answer thee, and I will show thee great and mighty things that you don't even know of. I'm going to show them to you. Now, I got to give you the undergird of that, why he says that. Back in chapter 32, you know Jeremiah, he was one of the great prophets of the Old Testament. And God began to speak to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, he was also known as the weeping prophet. You know, he cried all the time because God kept giving him these dreaming visions and prophecies of what's going to happen to Israel and all these the nation back in these days. And he just heard it so bad. He said he cried all the time. Matter of fact, they had a whole book about it, Lamentations, in the next book. So in chapter 32, God begins to talk to him about what's going to happen to Israel, how they was going to be put in bondage. He was going to lead them and let the Babylonians take over. And they was going to be in bondage for those 70 years and all these things. And so that's where they were. That's where they were. He says because all the evil that they are doing, he says that I'm angry at them. He was angry because he gave him a promise. They were his chosen people, and yet they were still out there doing whatever they wanted to do. So in chapter 32, God says he was angry with them. And he said that the Babylonians was going to enslave them. They was going to make it harsh for them. And he says that the Babylonians would rule them by the sword. He says, and by famine. He said, by pestilence. But he goes, and that's real strange. I need you to get this because this is real strange. In chapter 32, he gives this horrible prophecy about what was going to happen to him. But if you keep reading on, for the sake of time, I'm not going to read, but if you keep reading on, he comes back to tell him, he says, but in due time, wherever they are, I'm going to gather them back up, take them to the land that I promised unto the forefathers.
Yes.
And he said, they are the, he said, I love these people. He said, they're going to be great. They're going to be great because of my name. So they was in one place where they were going to be put in slave. He said they were going to experience famine. They was going to experience pestilence. That was the place they was in. That was the place they was in. Mm-hmm. But the disagreement comes in there because on down again, God makes them a promise and said they're great people. He's still going to take them to this place that he promised to the forefathers. That was the promise. Y'all tracking with me?
Yeah.
There will always be disagreement between where you are and the promises of God.
Right. That's good. That's good.
And then in 33 and 3, he tells them, he says, if you call unto me, I will answer, and I will show you great and wonderful things that you know not of.
Yes.
How many of you been in that place?
Yes.
How many of you been in a wilderness place where you know without a shadow of a doubt that God has made you a promise, and you know it just when your emotions talking to you?
Yeah.
God told you was going to be an amazing coach.
Yes.
God told you that you was going to be a millionaire. God told you that you was going to have houses and cars. And I just don't, and this ain't all about materialistic stuff, but I mean whatever it was that God promised you.
Yes.
And you said, God, I know that was you. I know that wasn't just me talking. I know that wasn't me having just little Google feelings.
All right.
I know that was your word, God.
Yes.
But where you are, you going through all kind of Gehenna. You going through all kind of hell. You going through all kind of things. And you said, God, this don't look like what you showed me. Yes. This ain't lining up with the promise. Yes. And it's a friction going on. All this disagreement is going on because you in this place, but God had promised you this.
Yes.
And so that's where the children, that's where the children of Israel was. In a wilderness place, about to experience some of the worst times of their lives, but God still comes back and makes them a promise of comfort.
Yes. All right.
Some of us are in that place right now.
Yeah.
One thing I know, if you're not in a storm, you just came out of one. You're either in the middle of a storm right now, or you just came out of one. And if you keep living, you're going to head to another one and go through that one too.
Yeah, that's true.
So they was in this place. They was in this place. In Jeremiah 33, he says, call unto me, I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you know not of. See, this is another thing. This is what God says. God says that he said, I told you I would be with you. I didn't say it would be easy.
Yes.
He says, I told you I would be with you. Y'all know the story. He told Joshua that, right? He tells Joshua after Moses had died, he said, hey, young man, you the man now. You are going to lead the children into this promised land. You are going to have to fight all these people in these places and drive them out of the land. He says, but listen to this. How many of y'all know? Y'all know, I'm pretty sure Charles can attest to it. He's been to Afghanistan, Iraq plenty of time. War is not easy. War is not easy. I used to talk to him sometimes. He was over there. Some of the times he wasn't even in the middle of it, but it still wasn't easy.
Yeah.
So he tells Joshua, he says, hey, listen, I will be with you, but you still got to go make it happen. He says, I will be with you, But I didn't say it would be easy. I will be with you,
Yes.
but you still got to fight.
Yes.
I will be with you, but you still got to go conquer the land.
Yes.
I will be with you, but you still got to go obtain the dream.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
I will be with you, but you still got to go and get the million. I will be with you, but you still gotta go through the process where you have an amazing marriage.
Yes. Yes.
That's good.
I will be with you, but you still gotta go through the process where you'll be this amazing man of God. I will be with you. I will never leave you. I didn't say it will be easy, but I did say I will be with you.
Yes.
I did say I will be with you. See, some of us are in a waiting stage right now. A lot of us are waiting on a lot of things right now. A lot of things. Back in the day, I just said, hey, we waiting on the 40 acres and a mule. Some of us are waiting on healing. Some of us are waiting on breakthrough. Some of us are waiting on Boaz to come and find me.
Yes.
Some of us are waiting on a lot of things, but here's the challenge. Here's the disagreement in waiting. Here's the disagreement in waiting. Waiting sometimes almost seems like it's the money.
Yeah.
It does. Because it seems, waiting sometimes can seem like it's the money. Like you waiting on stuff and it's like, oh my God, what is going on? In this waiting, situations show up, challenges show up, lack come knocking at your door, confusion, strife come knocking at the door.
Yes.
All these things show up. You're like, Lord, what is going on? You gave me the promise. I thought it was going to happen tomorrow. Why am I have to wait all this time?
Yes.
So waiting can seem like it's demonic sometimes. That's the devil. That's the devil.
Yeah.
God that made you all these amazing promises and now you gotta wait on it.
Right.
What in the world?
Yes.
That made you all these great promises. And you gotta wait.
Yeah.
And in the middle of your waiting, all these things begin to happen.
Right. Oh, yes.
And it's at that point in time some of us miss out on the promise. Because our faith fails us sometimes right in the middle of waiting. Right in the middle of all that waiting, sometimes we allow the promises to pass us by. But I want to tell you this. Isaiah 40:31 says this. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
Yes.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint.
Yes.
Those that wait on the Lord. And you got to understand, in your time of waiting is what? How many of you know, this is crazy, but how many of you know waiting is an action word? Waiting is still an action word.
Yeah.
Waiting doesn't mean just sit still. Waiting is still an action word. So in your time of waiting, it's still some things you got to be doing.
Yes. Yes.
In your time of waiting, it's still some things you have to be doing.
Yes. Amen.
So waiting doesn't mean just sit down in that chair and just do nothing.
Right.
Waiting is a time preparation. Me and Prophet, we talk about this all the time. Waiting is a time preparation.
Yeah.
Amen.
Awesome.
Coach, when is basketball season start?
November.
November. So what are you doing the other 11 months? Preparing. You waiting for the season to start, but doing that waiting, you preparing.
Yeah.
And what's your goal? What's your goal when basketball season starts? Win a championship. So in your time of waiting, what do? You practicing? You preparing? Writing your goals? Conditioning? You're studying films? You in the 11 months in that time of waiting for November, 10 months, while you waiting for the 11 month, you waiting, but in your time of waiting, you preparing. You running laps around the gym. You shooting the free throws. You're doing all these things. So what, Pastor, what are you saying? So in your time of waiting, it's something that you got to be doing. If you believe you're going to win a championship, you got to start preparing for the championship. See, some of us in our time of waiting, we don't really believe that we're going to win the championship. So they just wait and start practice about 2 weeks before the season starts. And that's just to get the uniform, to get the new pair of shoes you're going to get. I used to challenge my wife with this all the time. I said, she used to talk about, I'm going to be a millionaire. I said, listen, one day it hit me. I said, write down what you would do with $1 million. Huh? I said, write down what you would do with $1 million. Huh? But she began to do that. And now I can't slow her down. She got vision boards everywhere throughout the house now.
Amen. Yes.
So in your time of waiting, you got to prepare for the promise. It's not a time to sit down and do nothing.
Yes, Lord.
It's not a time to sit down and do nothing. You got to make preparations for it. If you don't build it, God can't prosper it. We still waiting on manna to fall out the sky. That was over with thousands of years ago. We're not limited to God. God can do whatever He wants, but He says you got to put your hands to the plow.
Yes, God.
God had already done His part. He ain't coming down off the throne to do nothing for you.
Right.
When He has given you the power to do it. I'm going to tell you something. We can sit down and you can pray, you can fast, you can do whatever you want for God to come and straighten out your situation, straighten out your marriage, and do all these things. But God said, no, I've given you the power to do that.
Yes.
Amen.
I've given you the power to do that. We sit up, a lot of us, we sit up. I remember I was talking to somebody one time. They said, man, I need another job. I need a job. I said, you been filling out applications? They said, no. I said, let me tell you something. You ain't getting no job. You expecting something, but you're not doing what you need to do to get to it.
Right. Yeah.
That's disagreement. That's a disagreement right there. There's a monkey in the line somewhere. Always be disagreement between where you are and the promises of God. But you gotta fight through it.
Yeah.
You can't faint right in the middle of it.
That's right.
Just because the challenges come up sometimes, we want to say, oh, that wasn't God. No, it could be God. God said, hey, now I gotta test you.
Yes.
God gives Abraham a promise of Isaac, and then He says, now I gotta test you. God gives the children of Israel, telling them they're gonna live in a land flowing milk and honey, meaning a land with unlimited resources. Then He says, now I gotta test you. God says, hey, you're going to have this church, and the multitude is going to come, and now we're in the testing period now.
Yes.
All right.
He says, now I got to test you. Gives you this promise and then brings you back and makes you walk out the process.
Yes.
He says, so when you meet up with the promise, you'll be this mature man that the Bible talks about. You will be able to handle the promises that I have promised unto you.
Yes, Lord.
Because of a lot of us, if He gives it to you right now, He be a dysfunctional God.
Woo, my God, that's good.
He be dysfunctional because he knows we're not ready for it.
That's good.
God is never going to give you anything that you're not ready for.
That's good.
So you can wish and pray upon a star, click your feet, your heels together 3 times,
Yes.
but it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work.
Thank you, Lord.
So in the middle of your process, you get to that betwixt place, and you get between what we call the rock and a hard place, and you don't know what to do. If I had another answer to give you besides stay faithful, I would. I know there's a religious thing that says, well, just hold on. But that's all I got for you too, just hold on. Stay faithful.
Right.
Because if God promised it, it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to pass. But in your time of waiting, you can't be idle.
Yes.
You got to do your part. Faith is action word. It's an action word, meaning you got to put your hands to it. You got to do something. You got to do something. So for the sake of time, I just want to give you a couple of things. What to do when you don't know what to do. What to do when you don't know what to do. First of all, you got to realize this. This ain't first of all, but you got to realize this. You got to realize that God will make up the difference. Whatever you are short at, God will make up the difference. Because if God gives you a promise, you're not going to get there on your own. He may give you a promise and say, hey, if you walk to that speaker right there, it's $1 million right there. But if God gave it, you probably can get to this pole right here, but it's going to take an intervention. It's going to take Him getting you the rest of the way.
All right. Yes, yes.
So God will make up the difference where you're short at. But first thing is this. It's Ephesians 6 talks about it. It talks about, you know the story. It talks about putting on a full armor of God. And I just want to give you one weapon out there. We know that Paul gives you a number of weapons that he talks about where you're putting on the armor. But the first armor, the piece of armor that I want to give you that you got to have what to do when you don't know what to do. Says 6 and 14 says to put on the belt of truth. You got to put on the belt of truth. And truth is, if God made a promise, that's truth. His word declares that it cannot return unto him void. If he made you a promise, that is the absolute truth. We talked about it earlier. With God, God is absolute. With man, there's variables. With God, everything is absolute. With man, there's other possible outcomes. But when God says something, there's truth. It's no other outcome. It's absolute.
Absolutely.
Absolute. So he says, so first thing you have to do, you have to believe that God is God.
Yes.
And believe that his word cannot return unto him void. You have to believe that his word is absolute.
Yes, Lord.
Meaning that if he said it, it's going to happen. So first thing, you got to put on the belt of truth. You got to put on the belt of truth. You got to believe that God is God. You got to believe that. You got to believe that. You got to believe that.
Amen.
So you got to understand that God gave us gave us keys to the kingdom. That God has given us all. See, it's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new the enemy can come to you with. But some of us, he doesn't have to come at us with new tricks. He just comes with the same one. And we keep failing that one.
Yeah.
We keep tripping up over the same thing over and over. The same thing over and over. We keep tripping up over the same thing over and over. But Paul talks about it in 2 Corinthians 2:11. He says, for we are not ignorant of the enemy's devices. We're not ignorant of them. We know them. We know what it is. We know, we see it today. It's so prevalent. We see that if the enemy wants to get to most of us, he just touch our finances.
Yeah.
He just touch our finances. The hubby or the wife will walk in the house and say the same thing today, tomorrow, next week, make you mad every single time, and you know he or she gonna, you know that joker gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know he gonna do it. And you know what he doing. But we keep stumbling over. Or you know she gonna walk in and say something crazy. She did it yesterday. And we stumble over it. So he says, put on the belt of truth. Don't be ignorant of the enemy's devices. You know what they are. I done told you what they are.
Yeah, that's good.
The second thing is this, and this is a challenge. I battle with this. This is a challenge. But it says when you get into those times where it's challenge, you don't know what to do. James says this. James says, be of good cheer. What? Yeah, when I get to heaven, me and James, I had to talk about that one. He said it. It says, be of good cheer. It says, be of good cheer. And you'll find it in James 1. He says, hey, when you when the test and the challenges come at you from all sides, he says, you know, it's building you up, it's producing patience, it's doing all these things. He says, so count it all joy. You fall into these diverse temptations, meaning these different temptations, these different challenges, these different situations. He says, count it all joy. Now Paul in Corinthians backs it up with this. He says that in those times, he said that God's grace is sufficient. He says in those times of weaknesses, that's when he is strong.
Yes.
In those times of weaknesses, he said God's strength is made perfect. So Paul says, he goes on, he said, I boast about my weakness. I boast about my times in the valley. He said, because those are the times that God's strength is perfect. Those are the times that I am the strongest because God is on my side. God is with me. God is going to take me through these places.
Yes.
So James says, count it all joy. Count it all joy. Third thing is this. You have to realize Ephesians 3 says this. It says, now to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we ask or think, according to the power that works in who? In us. To him be glory in the church by Christ Jesus to all generations forever. Amen. So Paul, so he is saying that you have to believe that God is God and he is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we ask, think, or imagine. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. If it's light, God will make up the difference.
Yeah.
If it's short this month, God is going to make up the difference. If it's ugly, God going to make it pretty.
All right.
You got to believe that God is God. It doesn't matter what the situation is, how hard it is, whatever it may be, God is still God. He is faithful when we're faithless.
Yes.
We talked earlier about how I'm so glad that God's faithfulness is not contingent upon my perfection.
That's right. That's right.
He's faithful. He's faithful. No matter what it looks like. He's faithful. And I'm going to leave you with this one because I know the time is near. I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with this one. Numbers 13. You know the story of Caleb and Joshua. You know the story of Caleb and Joshua. How when they sent the 12 spies into when Moses, when they sent the 12 spies into the land to spy out the land, before they went into it, they sent them into the land of Canaan, that land that they was promised, that land that was full of milk and honey. So he sends them into the land. 10 come back to Moses with and they experience the things of the land. They see the big grapes, the fruit, and all these things. They see it. They actually get a chance to touch it.
Yeah.
They can touch it. And they come back and tell Moses a bad report. Everything that God promised, man of God, everything that God promised you, you done touched some of it. Everything that God promised,
That's good.
we touched it. Our hands were on it. And they had to come back, and God said, now you got to walk it out. You got to go take it. You see the disagreement? God shows it to them. Actually let them experience a little bit of it. How many of you you didn't experience a little bit of the promise that God has you? He didn't give you all of it. He just gave you a glimpse of it.
Yes, yes.
Gives you God, it's like she teases you, gives you a glimpse of it. He even lets them touch it, and they come back and they give him a bad report because they say it's challenges over there, there's giants over there.
Yeah.
We look like grasshoppers in their eyes.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Preach, preach.
So we look like grasshoppers in their eyes. They say we can't do this.
Right.
And scripture tells us that Caleb stands up and silences the crowd.
Wow.
Because he knew that God was God. And God couldn't go back on his word.
Yes.
God couldn't lie. He promised them that. He said, listen, I told you I'll be with you. I didn't tell you it would be easy.
Yes.
So Caleb and Joshua had a different point of view. They understood. They had experienced God in other places. They seen God do miracles. They had experienced God in other months when it was short. How God came through in those months. So they knew that he was able to do it again. They knew that he was able to do exceedingly and abundantly above anything we could ask, think, or imagine, because they had seen it before.
Yes.
And they know if God had promised it, then it was so.
Oh, yes.
It was so. So you gotta have that type of faith. No matter how big that mountain is, no matter how tall those bills are.
That's good.
They coming every month anyway. Why you kill yourself worried about them? They gonna be there on time every month.
Amen.
Faithfully. Absolutely. So he says, it doesn't matter what it looks like. You gotta continue to know that God is God. He can't go back on his word. If he promised it, then it's gonna come to pass. You gotta know it.
Yes, God.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So we just thank God for even in the times when we don't know what to do, we know who to call on.
Yes.
In those times when you don't know what to do, how it's going to get done, we see in the motivation moment, it says, how is none of your business. How it happens is none of your business.
Yeah.
Only thing you got to do is walk along the path that God has given you to walk on. How is right here. If you're right here, how is over there. If you're right here, how will unfold itself. It's none of your business how it's going to happen. Only thing you got to know, if God said it, how it's over there.
Yeah.
If God said it, provision is over there.
Yeah.
Amen.
You just got to walk that way.
Bless you.
You just got to get in agreement with God's word. Because some of us are just, it's nothing, it's no magic. It's no magic. We seeking God for this. And God, what's wrong? You just out of alignment with his word. You just in disagreement with his word. That's all. Nothing supernatural about that. Nothing spiritual about that. We wander around here, we fast and we looking for all the answers. No, you just get in agreement with God's word. That's all you got to do.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Just get in agreement with his word.
Amen.
Get in agreement with his word. His word says that we are more than conquerors. We are victorious in all things.
Yes, Lord.
We are victorious. He says we are a royal priesthood. We serve a king who owns everything. And not only, matter of fact, he said we're not servants anymore, but now he calls us friends. So you have access to all those things. So let's just get in agreement with in his word. Father, we thank you for your word that went forth on the day. We thank you that it landed on good ground. I thank you that lives have been changed, oh God. And I thank you, Lord, that even when we don't know what to do, Lord God, that you are giving us that answer, Lord God.